no patient interview. So actually, I'm gonna be the person who asks the questions and also the person who will answer them. So what I did record my voice using my phone, and then I'm gonna start it by playing the record.
Tell me about your condition.
So actually, my condition is that I got empyema, which is the accumulation of fluid and pus inside the broad cavity of the lung. So I got infection to the right side of my lung. So basically, my right side of the lung were filled with the fluid and pus. Um, so yeah, actually they thought in the beginning they thought it's simple pneumonia, but it turned out it's more than that. It's complicated. It is empyema. Okay.
When was the first time your symptoms started?
So the first time my symptoms started was during the final week. So we were doing our final exam last year, December. So we know that during exams we tend to stress out and be nervous. So we were very easy to get infection. So my girls got infection from school. They got influenza. Then I got influenza. My husband got influenza. Where all of them were so fine. They didn't get very complicated symptoms like I did. So what I felt is that I felt pain in my pad, behind here in my pad. Like I felt there's kind of pressure, they're kind of like weird pain. So I have never experienced this pain before, and also I don't have any family history about any pneumonia or any infection in the lung. No one in my family has that. So it's kind of weird. I never thought it is from my lung. I thought there is something wrong with my shoulder or my back or some kind of that. So we went to the ER and they tested me for COVID and the flu, and they said, yeah, you have influenza virus. And they gave me the Tamiflu and ibuprofen and Tylenol, and they sent me home. After I went home, I felt there is something going on. There is something wrong. It is not just influenza virus. It's more complicated than that. So let's hear the questions.
How did the doctor diagnose the disease?
Yeah, after going back to the ER the next day, the doctor diagnosed that I have pneumonia. Like they said, you have pneumonia. So they did the X-ray and they saw a little infection in my lung. They saw like a little small dot. They said it is pneumonia. So we're gonna keep you in the hospital for 2 days and see what's going on. And they tried to treat me with some kind of antibiotic. I forget the name of the antibiotic they gave me in the hospital, but it was the wrong antibiotic they gave me because they thought I have the streptococcus pneumonia, and they were wrong because was not the streptococcus pneumonia, it was MRSA. So after the treatment, they sent me home. After that, I thought it's okay. Maybe I will feel good. So yeah, in the hospital. Sorry, I forgot to say that. They also gave me Dilaudid and the oxycodone in the hospital, and they sent me home with a bunch of oxycodone to use it as a painkiller. So I went home. I thought, yeah, everything is okay. I will keep using the medicine. But when I was trying to sleep, as soon as I put my head trying to sleep, I feel there is something going on. There is shortness of breath, like there is something unusual there. I feel there's something wrong. So that night they sent me home. I couldn't sleep. So my husband said, "Let's go again to the hospital. There is something wrong." So we went again to the hospital, and we were lucky because uh, my husband's friend, I forgot the name. He is a doctor over there, and he was working there. And he said, "Let's do the CT scan and see what's going on because this is the first time you coming here." So they did the CT scan, and they said, "No, you don't. You not just have pneumonia. You have empyema." And I said, "What's going on? What's empyema?" I haven't never heard about this disease before, and they said it's the accumulation accumulation of a fluid and pus in the pleural cavity of the lung, and they said that my right lung is filled with fluid, and we have to use some kind of tube to drain out the fluid. So it was very complicated. They did try to drain out the fluid for almost 10 days. They drained about 2 gallons of fluid, and I was still feeling unwell. And while they were using the drain out method, they were every day during these 10 days. They were every day going to drain the fluid and take the X-ray scan to see what's going on, how's my lung doing, and it wasn't improving at all. It was getting worse and worse and worse. The pus was building and building, and the 9th day they didn't able to drain any fluid, and they said, okay, so now we have to think about the surgery.
What test they did use to diagnose the disease?
Okay, I think I did answer these questions.
What was the treatment?
As I said, the treatment was only the surgery. They weren't able to treat me with the antibiotic or the drain method, so they decided to do the surgery.
Tell me about the surgery and the recovery time.
Okay, so the surgery, they used the VAS, named VAS surgery. It's kind of thoracic surgery. So what they did is they used the small video camera and microscopic or something like that. So they did four small incision. So one under my past one side, my left side of my pulley, and inside my pulley, and some small incision over there too. So it was for chest tubes. So I now have 4 scars, but it's small size. It's like this one, this big scar. So the doctor cleared all the infection, all the valves during the surgery, and they did test after that. They took a sample from the fluid, and they tested, and they found that it was not Streptococcus pneumonia. It was the MRSA, the methicillin-resistant Streptococcus aureus, and they now figure out why the antibiotic did not help me to become well, because they use the wrong antibiotic, and they say it's kind of weird thing because it's never happened before. All the tests they did, all the blood tests, all the sample they took from the mucus from the nose and all that, it indicates it is Streptococcus pneumonia, but they were wrong. So after the surgery, they used the erythromycin through the vein, and the treatment lasted almost for 2 weeks in the hospital after the surgery. And then, okay, let's listen to the other questions.
Is there any exercise you did after the surgery?
So after the surgery, I did kind of exercise to help my lungs to function well. So they gave me this called the volumetric exercise device, or this kind of device. So basically I use it like for inhale, using like this way, and this will measure how much your lung can take in air. So if your lung taking this much of air, it is a problem. This indicates that your lung is not working very well. So if you're able to breathe to 2000, that means your lung is functioning very well. So actually I was using this almost for 2 weeks after the surgery, and also I have another one they gave me, this one that's called BEPE. So I use it like this way, blowing it. So So this one is help to clear up the mucus in the lung after the surgery. So it help to clear out any infection that left or any build up mucus in the lung. And okay,
How did this condition affect your mental, physical, emotional health?
so it was long story and long treatment. I went to the hospital. I went to the hospital in December 14, and the discharge day was uh, January 7th. So I stayed in the hospital for almost 24 days. So it wasn't easy because I am a mom. I have two girls that need me. So it was very hard for them to see their mom in the hospital. They were able to visit me every day, but I wasn't able to take care of them. So my husband did take care of my girls. And actually, there is another thing that uh, because of that, I missed uh, the spring semester last year because of this sickness, and also the physical. So I'm now more able to do heavy exercise like lifting or do something hard or running or trying to uh, do that kind of normal activity that I was used to do it like or lifting something heavy or something that because I will feel the pain here. So I it's kind of okay, but this is the something happen with any surgery. You have side effect. So and emotionally, yeah, as I said, for my family and missing my family, and yeah, it's painful. And mentally, so actually, mentally is the big problem after this surgery because the amount of treatment, the amount of medication that I took, it has some kind of impact on my brain. So they gave me the painkiller, the Dilaudid and the oxycodone. So Dilaudid, it's kind of um, has some kind of impact, as I read on some articles on the internet. It has some kind of impact on the brain, like on the memory function, on the it can cause brain fog. So actually, yeah, I'm experiencing that. I kind of now have difficult in memorizing things. So before I was so fast in memorizing anything, I was able to just so quick with things in my brain. Now I think this process is slowing down, and yeah, that's basically about me mentally. So I hope you enjoy watching my video and you kind of learn something. And what I would like to say is that stress can cause anything. So don't stress out. Stress can make you sick. Literally, I'm saying that because if you stress out, you're gonna encounter disease that you never that you're gonna be encounter them. So be careful about your health and stay well.